Hi everybody, welcome back to Eileen's Craft Nook. Today I'm going to do a winter clock. Now I picked up this mold from Temu, and this is a really nice soft rubber or silicone mold, not rubber. And I already did the numbers. So the numbers are, I did in this my dark blue pigment powder from Reflections because I wanted to match the deer I made in my last video. So I went ahead and poured those already. So today I'm going to do a clear coat. I'm going to use this. These are window clings that I picked up, I think, at the dollar store. And I'm going to use the owl with the coffee mug because I think that's a nice wintry scene that will look nice on my counter. So I'm going to put the clear layer of resin in, and then I'm going to add the sticker to that because the sticker has to go face down, so it's not the clingy side that's going down. Because the way this clock works, the way the numbers are, the mold side of the mold that's laying down is the front of the mold. So you're working backwards. So I'm going to lay the first layer, then I'm going to take the window cling off and I'm going to add it. Now I do have to put a slit in the middle in order to make room for the center where the clock piece comes up through. So if I were smart, I would have actually did this before I laid the resin. I would took the sticker off and placed it where I wanted it and then put it in. But I didn't think about that, so I'm going to have to do it while the resin's in there. But if you're doing something like this, I suggest you make that little slit, and I just do like a little X slit with the scissors. Do it before you put your the sticker in, or sorry, before you put the resin in. So let's go ahead and get this placed, and then I'll mark and just put use my scissors to put that hole in the middle for the clock piece to come through. So I'm just going to use my little flat edge tool to kind of flatten this out. I'm putting a little dab with my marker where I want to do the little snip, but I'm actually going to do it right while, I didn't really need to put that marker in there because I'm going to do it right here while it's in the mold. If I had taken it back out, which I didn't want to do because I had the resin on it, as you can see, I had to fiddle with it a bit. The hole wasn't large enough, so I kept having to make it a little bit bigger. I'm not cutting a hole here. Again, I'm just cutting like a little, like a X, and just making that a little bit larger. So it still kind of fits down up or down around the little post. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and smooth it out the best I can, try to make sure that there's no bubbles. I want to make sure I got that resin off my scissors because if it dried on there, it was on there for good. So I'm just going to you do my best now just to kind of fiddle with this, get those bubbles from underneath the window cling. Now I've worked with these window clings before where I just put them on a dry layer of clear resin. I could have did that with this as well, but this clock's not very deep, so and I do want to put a back coat on it. I'm not going to leave it clear, so this actually was the best way for this one to go about adding this. So I didn't have quite enough resin. I did end up making a bit more to cover this, make sure that it got all the parts. And then I just took some time to smooth it out, try to get all those bubbles out. You will see later that it did kind of, the edges did kind of come up a bit. I'm not sure what caused that. I guess maybe just the resin getting underneath or the sticker not sticking well enough. But it turned out fine in the end. So I just want to make sure, I did notice that like where the numbers were, the bubbles tended to form there. And you don't see them from the front anyways. But yeah, this was kind of fiddly to get the bubbles out of, and as well as get the bubbles from underneath that sticker. I should have cut the middle piece a bit larger. I think that's part of why it raised up, because it still wasn't quite flat. So I'm just going to give this a spritz, and then I'm going to...
Now,
I probably should have babysat this a bit more than what I did. The sticker did, it's not a sticker, it's a window cling, but it kind of came up around the edges, so this isn't perfectly flat. I don't think the camera really picks it up. I think it should be fine. When I look at it from this side, I can't really tell yet until I take it out, but I'm going to put the next coat on. I'm just going to use I'm going to use my white by Reflections, my pigment powder. So I'm going to get that mixed up, and then we'll put the final coat on here, and then we'll wait to see if that sticker coming up made any impact on the final, on what it's going to look like. I don't think the white can seep under. I think it still has a coating of the clear resin, so I don't think that we'll have a problem with the white seeping under. Okay, so let's just go give this this last coat. Now there's not a lot of room here between the first coat. This is not a very deep mold, it's pretty shallow. So we're just going to pour this in. We're going to let it make its way. See if I need any more. I do have a little bit of more resin mixed up, so if I need it, I will add the white to it and add it to this. I just didn't want to color it all if I didn't need it. You can hear my dogs. Okay, let's get this spread around and see what we need to do. Okay, I'm just going to hit this with the lighter, and then I'm going to put it on my leveling mat to dry, and we'll see how this turned out tomorrow when it's dry. See you then. All right, it's dry. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. I'll have to do a little bit of trimming, but it's not too bad, and still fairly soft. So let's see. How cute. So the numbers are raised because of the way the mold is. So the numbers are, you can feel the numbers, they're raised. And you can see where the sticker is, but the sticker coming up at the edges didn't impact the final look. There's a little tiny bubble here, but it's really not noticeable. Once I put the clock pieces in, you won't see it at all. So I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to add the clock hardware, and I'll be back to show you the final product. I've laid my clock hands someplace safe, and I use quotes safe because I put them in something to keep them flat. I can't find the darn thing. So you can see this is the back of the clock piece, and it does fit. I had to make the hole a little bit bigger to fit it in there, but it does fit fine. I just have to put my hands, remember where I put the hands, has the two hands and then the second hand to go in there. So I just have to locate those. Here it is. I put it in my tiered tray. There's the reindeer I made in my last video, and my clock. As soon as I find my clock pieces, I'll have a working clock in my tier tray in my kitchen. I think it looks really nice. All right, thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.